Yoga. Thanks for being here. So today I'm going to ask you to locate a firm pillow or two. I have a yoga bolster. I know not everyone has one of these. It's basically a super firm pillow. You might be able to locate something on your couch. It's just firmer, it's not super squishy, and we're going to use this today as a prop. Our format today is going to be a stretching format similar to a yin format class, pretty much on our backs, on our belly, sitting pretty much the whole time. Taking it nice and slow, working on flexibility and breathing. So we're going to get started today in child's pose. For purposes of this class, I'm going to call this a bolster. And again, for most, it's probably going to be a firm pillow. Exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Bring your bolster inside your thighs, lengthwise, and come to child's pose. Allow your belly and your rib cage to rest, and we'll take our right ear to our bolster with our elbows bent. I promise we'll balance it out by switching and turning our head the opposite way when we're about halfway through. Close your eyes and completely relax into child's pose, supported child's pose. Begin to tune into your breath. Change it. Change it by breathing nice and deep. Breathe into your lungs, in through your nose. Slowly exhale out of your mouth. Let it go. Empty all the way out, empty completely out. And that pace, fully inhale, fully exhale. Keep that pace of breath. Turn your head so your left ear finds your bolster. Continue that same pace of breath. Very gently push away from your bolster. Move it off to the side. Swing your legs out in front of you and wide. Bring your bolster back towards you. Flex your toes to your face. Sit up nice and tall with a straight spine. Take an inhale breath as you reach your arms up to the ceiling or whatever's above you. Exhale, wide-legged forward folds. Release your arms, your chest, your forehead. If you are super flexible and your chest meets your bolster, great, amazing. Keep length in your spine. Keep breathing into the inside of your legs and your hamstrings. Come up to a straight spine. Take your bolster, move it off to the side. Bring your legs in together. Keep them long. Flex your toes to your face. Remove the goodness from underneath you so that you're sitting flat on your sits bones. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, seated forward fold. With or without your bolster, you can place it here if you'd like. Just depending on your depth and the flexibility, the length of your hamstrings. Remember, when we stretch, we're lengthening the muscles. So the shorter the muscles, the less flexible. And by stretching daily, we literally lengthen the muscles, stretching them like a rubber band. And some people are just born that way, and some people have to work towards it. Send your breath to that tension, areas of tightness. And lift away. Good work. Flip on over. And on your inhale, we'll take high cobra pose. Spread your fingers wide. Bring your arms, shoulders distance apart. Send your legs long behind you. Bring your hips as close to your mat as you can while engaging your glute muscles. Squeeze your biceps into your chest. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. You can stay or turn your head and bring your chin from shoulder to shoulder. So you should feel this through your hip flexors and your belly, and then across your chest as you're pulling your shoulders away from your face. Good. One more inhale breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up so they stack over your knees. Tuck your toes. Bring your hands closer towards you by approximately one hand print. Lift your hips. Pedal out your dog. Bend your knees. Press your heart towards your thighs. Feel your head moving closer towards your toes. And then find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg just halfway up. Flex your heel, not too high. Take one more inhale. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Bring your shin as forward as you can. It might be parallel with the edge of your mat. It might be a 45-degree angle. That's fine depending on your hips. Be sure your left leg stays nice and long. take your holster, place it in front of you, lengthwise. Sit up really, really tall here, square off your hips as best as you can. And then bring your weight to the left a teeny tiny bit so we're not dumping significantly into the right hip. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. Just relax, fold over your knee, your shin, bring your elbows to your bolster. If you'd like to bring your chest to the bolster like so, you can, and relax. Just tune into your weight. Pull the weight over to the left a little bit so your weight is distributed throughout both hips evenly, the right and the left. We're not favoring either one. And breathe into that right thigh and hip. Feel it release a bit. Might be a little bit uncomfortable. If you are feeling pain in this pose, then you can come down to your spine for supine figure 4. Bring your hands towards you. Line up your hands with your chest. Inhale, push up into active pigeon or half active pigeon. Tuck your toes on your exhale, lift your knee. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Just kick the right leg halfway up. Exhale, down dog. Great work. Adjust your feet so they're hip-width distance apart. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Just lift halfway, lead with your heel. Exhale, half pigeon. Bend your knee, bring your knee out towards the left wrist. Drop your right knee. Be sure it's nice and straight. Come to the straightest spine possible. Tongue twister. Good. Square off the hips. One more inhale. Exhale, sleeping pigeon, either on your forearms. First, let's adjust our weight a little bit, pulling the weight over to the right a tiny bit. You want to keep weight in the left hip, of course, to feel the stretch. Again, just evenly distributing the weight, just enough weight in that left hip so that you feel slightly uncomfortable. It's through the discomfort that we are able to achieve and commit to what it is we're hoping to get out of our practice. Typically it's strengthening and of course flexibility seems to be a very common goal. And come down to your chest if you'd like. Turn your head the opposite way. Breathe into your left outer thigh and hip. On your inhale, push up to your hands, straighten your elbows. Exhale, tuck your back toes under, lift your knee away from your mat. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great work. Come to your knees. Take your bolster, place it at the center of your mat. We're going to sit on the bolster with the inside of our feet touching. Now for some, the outside of the legs might be a little bit closer to your mat. Adjust your feet. I'm going to pull my feet out just a little bit further away from me. And I want you to really press into the inside of your legs with either your hands or your elbows. You can lean forward if you'd like. I'm going to use my strength of my upper body to just push my thighs open. So for me, I feel the stretch at my inner thighs. I also feel it outside my legs. That means I'm really, really, really tight. Everything's connected. The looser you are, the less tension you'll feel in certain parts of your body with certain stretches. So if I was super, super open right now and I was working on my stretching every day, I might only feel this in the inner thighs. I might be able to fold forward a bit more. It does take practice, it does take time. We just accept where we're at in the moment and do our best. Come to a straight spine with shoulders over hips. Great work. And bend your knees. Press your feet down. Take your left hand to your bolster. Inhale, right arm up with a little micro bend to your elbow. Exhale, seated side bend. Be sure your hips stay level, your sits bones stay rooted. So sometimes that lift and that nice side bend, the glutes lift and detach from the earth. So really press down, lifting out of the hip, lengthening from the hip all the way up the side body, armpit, and through your arm and fingertips. Your gaze can go to one direction to produce a nice stretch through the neck muscles. On your inhale, come back to center. Release your right hand just outside the bolster. On your inhale, lift your left arm and breathe. Bend your elbow. Press both sits bones down. Really push down with the left glutes. And then take a side bend on your exhale over to the opposite side. Reach and lengthen from your hip all the way up the side body. Turn your head if you'd like. Visualize your side body lengthening. On your inhale, come back through center, release your left arm. Great work. All right. Shift forward. Push that bolster off to the side. Find the middle of your mat with your glutes. Be sure that bolster is nice and handy. Press evenly into both feet. On your inhale, reach. Exhale, lower down to your spine, one vertebrae at a time. With your knees bent, walk your heels towards your booty. Keep your feet parallel, even. Take your arms long. Take an inhale breath, bridge pose. And on your exhale, supported bridge, grab your bolster, slide it underneath your back. You might have to adjust your feet a little bit, depending on the length of your bolster. So the top of the bolster comes just underneath the shoulder blades. Relax your glutes. Send your arms long. Good. Hold right here. Adjust. So I'm just pulling my shoulders away from one another, gently resting my spine. Stay right here, and if you'd like to open your knees out, maybe the bottoms of your feet touch, maybe not. I'm just gonna bring my heels closer towards me and allowing my legs and knees to fall open. If you'd like to take it into more of a starfish variation, take your arms overhead. So now we get to stretch from the hip flexors all the way up into the rib cage. Push into your upper back and shoulders. In this variation, you'll feel your pelvis expand, which is important as well. Opening up the root chakra. You chose to come onto the outer edges of your feet and adjust your feet so you're pressing into the soles of your feet. Inhale, bridge pose, lift your hips and glutes. Push that bolster off to the side, and exhale, find your spine. Inhale, pull your knees outside your rib cage. Flex your feet. Exhale, happy baby. Take a hold of your feet and pull your feet towards your knees. Feel your knees come closer towards your armpits. You can stay or massage your spine, rock side to side gently. Inhale, pull your knees to your rib cage. Exhale, send your left leg long. Inhale, half when removing. Capture your shin. Squeeze your thigh outside your rib cage and compress. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your leg across your body to the left and send your right arm out to a T. Inhale, bring your knees back through center. Exhale, release your right leg long. Inhale, half when removing, capture your left shin, squeeze and compress your thigh outside your rib cage. Exhale, supine twist, guide your leg over to the right. Send your opposite arm to the left. Inhale, pull your knees back in through center. Exhale, squeeze. Make yourself super small. Bring your forehead to your knees. Tense up all the muscles in your body. Full inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Release and let go of your legs. Bring your arms and legs either narrow or wide. Get comfy and cozy. Close your eyes. Completely surrender. Find stillness. Find or keep the deep pace of breath you're already using. To quiet or keep your mind quiet. Thoughts begin to enter into your mind. Focus on your breath. Focus on stillness. Welcome to final resting pose, Shavasana.
Very slowly begin to move your body. Begin to breathe deep, or rather naturally, transitioning to those deep inhales and exhales into a more natural, effortless breath. Feel yourself begin to awaken and come to being a little more aware of your surroundings. Keep your eyes closed. Wall-to-wall stretch is what you are needing in this moment. Then take your arms overhead, stretch long. Take fetal pose if you'd like, rolling onto either side of your body. When you feel ready, find a tall seat.
Bring your hands together in front of your hearts. Lift your thumbs to the crown of your head. Great work today. Amazing job. Thank you so much for tuning in, taking the time to slow it down a bit, stretching, lengthening. So many positive things come out of just slowing it down and focusing on yourself, your breath, lengthening muscles, creating more flexibility in your body, creating more of an open mind. I bow to you from my heart to yours. Namaste.